Today is a really exciting day. It's the weekend and I'm here in Collingwood at the Craigleith Ski Club. It is a beautiful day. The snow on the hills is so majestic and the sun is shining, and I'm going to talk all about holiday decor, warming up your home for winter, and I'm excited to bring you guys along. Please welcome Rebecca. Thank you very much for coming. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about holiday decor, but not to tire you out on all the Christmas. We're also going to talk about getting your home or your vacation property winter ready, especially for guests. Christmas, holidays, New Year's, whatever you celebrate is about family and friends. So those are my two little kids. I have a 2-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy, or we do. Sorry, you're included in that. I have not yet started, but I have a system to decorate in 2 days. Now again, it depends on the size of your house, but I don't think it should be a stressful time of year. Setting up your home for the holidays, for out-of-town guests, shouldn't take 4 weeks, 3 weeks and drag on. It should be fun and have a good time. Put on the music, pour some eggnog, and enjoy decorating. So the solid plan is the first day. Can anyone guess what happens on the first day? The tree, yes, the tree. I insist on a real Christmas tree. I love tradition, and a real Christmas tree adds so much beauty and a great smell to your house. Even just standing over there earlier, I could smell the pine boughs, and it felt like Christmas. So on day one, I get the Christmas tree. We go down to the lot. We don't cut down our own tree in Toronto. I know, sorry. But day one is set up all of the bare bones Christmas basics. So it's a canvas. So the Christmas tree, I like to scatter cedar boughs, real cedar boughs throughout the house. And the reason I don't do it too early is because they do dry out, right? So I like to spend day one doing that. And then day two is where we sprinkle all the goodness and we get the kids involved and we decorate. So here are a few simple ways to decorate your home for the holidays. Use what you have. I'm a huge proponent on you don't have to go out shopping every year, although please support the market at the back. But you don't have to go and buy all new decorations. You also don't have to change your color scheme. My guess is many of you have a standard set way of doing things and you probably do it similarly every single year. I'm no different. But you can create your own holiday palette using the hues that are already in your home. So you don't have to do green and red, but say your home has a beautiful purple fuchsia rug, like this space that we designed, that you can get Christmas decorations in those colors. Don't feel like you need to go out and redecorate your entire home. I like to use existing vases and candle holders. I don't have a very big house, so for me to have a whole second set of ornaments, platters, Christmas coffee mugs, I would have nowhere to store those things. I love the idea of less is more. Reuse what you have and kind of festive it up. So cute little vases and use greenery. You can get some really great green boughs from the trees outside, get your pine or your cedar, little berries, and they also will last a really long time. So you don't need to worry about, buying tulips that last 5 days. These probably will last the whole season, and if you scatter it throughout your house, you're scattering a little bit of Christmas cheer. So here's a little bit more of a decorating tip that also applies to the holidays, because the holidays can feel overwhelming because there's so much stuff. So what I try to do is think of the holidays as a time to purge. Everyone always thinks spring cleaning, that's when I'm going to go through my cupboards and purge and have a garage sale. But holidays is a great time for that because you can pull things out, maybe you re-gift, tidy up. This was clearly a renovation. We did a new kitchen here, but look at the simplicity of that shelf. And all you would need to do is add a little green sprig of pine and boom, it would feel festive and light and less cluttered. There's no reason that you need to wait till New Year's when you take the decorations out of your house for you to feel that sense of relief. So I like to say don't fake it, meaning I prefer a real garland and a real tree, as I said. No judgment if you use a reusable fake garland or tree, But there is something, like I mentioned before, about that smell of having the real boughs in your house. So even just adding a little bit to a shelf adds so much festive spirit without having to worry about storing it. Again, depending on the space that you have, if you have a fake Christmas tree or garland or wreaths, you have to find a place to store it. What I like about the real stuff is once it's done, it goes out, and it's actually more environmentally friendly because it's a renewable resource and you're not creating a carbon footprint, and I'm all about that. And get the kids involved. This is my boy. He's much bigger now. I don't know, he was probably 2 in that picture, but it's just a cute picture, and I like the stars. Those are wall decal stickers. So those are also a fun way to kind of add some sparkle. You can order them online. There's a company called Urban Walls where you can buy it's like wallpaper, but you pick where the sticker goes and you can apply it and then you can remove it. So when you're tired of it, it's like wallpaper that you never get sick of. But get the kids involved. You know, as they get older, I don't know if you have children of your own or grandchildren, when they're really young, it's hard. They're not that into it, which is disappointing, obviously. But as they grow, they get really into it. And then when they help you, they like to show off afterwards, which is pretty darn cute. How to get your home winter ready. Swap out your pillows. Maybe it's just the pillowcases, right? So if you get a good pillow that has a zipper, then you're not storing like bags of pillows in your storage closet. So I always make sure we have a nice, fresh, clean set of sheets for our guests. In the winter, you can swap it out with flannel, something a little more comfy. This is a company that I stumbled across earlier this year. I'm not sure if anyone here is familiar with them. White Terry Home. They're Canadian, and similar to what's happening today with this organization, they give back. So you order their bedding online, very high quality organic sheets. But every purchase of bedding goes to creating bed kits for children in developing nations. So here's a common design mistake that people make, not just for guests, but for their own houses. Often people put a nightstand that is too small for the size of bed. So with a king size bed, you want a nightstand, provided you have the space for it, that's at least 24 inches wide. 30 inches, even better. 36, if you have the room for it. A bigger nightstand, whether it's for you or your guests, means there's space to put things like a glass of water, a glass of wine, you know, a cup of tea, whatever it might be, as well as your reading glasses, maybe a book, and a lamp. Too many people make the mistake of having a nightstand and there's nowhere to put anything. So that would be my very first tip. But for your guests, you want it to feel like a hotel. You want them to rest their water, and possibly there's a place for them to charge their cell phone. So that's kind of a perk. And I like to surprise guests with thoughtful details. Here's a country house that we did. This is their basement, actually, the lovely wood-burning, high-efficiency stove, or not stove, but fireplace. What happens in a basement is it can feel really cold underfoot. So a lot of people opt to put vinyl or tile or even engineered hardwood in a basement, but it's cold down there. So make sure you have an area rug. In any of the spaces in your home, actually, where you have a hard surface, even if you only do it in the winter time, add an area rug. It makes a huge difference to the temperature in the room and how it feels underfoot. Something in the winter time that people forget is your light bulbs in your fixtures give off different light temperature. And it is actually quite common to change out your light bulbs in the winter and go with a softer, warmer light tone, so that when you come home at the end of the day, you don't feel like, oh, it's so cold and it's so bright. So there's so many options now. I mean, there's LEDs, there's compact fluorescents, but you can switch out the light bulbs and make sure you have adequate lighting. So add floor lamps or add table lamps to the nightstand. Make sure you have a lamp on each side of the bed. Make sure your living room has additional lighting and not just pot lights. Pot lights are harsh, they cast shadows, and they don't really create a great atmosphere. This is my favorite part. Setting up a welcome bar or some treats. So I know that in my house, I always like to have a great bottle of wine ready to go when my sister comes to visit from Boston, and she gets to stay in our basement surrounded by kids' toys. But I always make sure that we have her favorite drinks out, and as soon as she gets there, I offer her a glass of wine. This is like really fun little idea of doing a little bowl of marshmallows and hot chocolate, especially for kids. Having it out already before they come is a really nice touch. Okay, here's my most passionate part of my presentation. I love vintage finds. If you didn't already capture that from earlier. But I love that you can repurpose old items, breathe new life into them, and it adds so much character to your home. There's a lot of ways to infuse character and elevate the look of your space without going out and spending money on new stuff. Put your memories on display. It sounds silly and simple, but print those photographs. You know, we take so many pictures now on our iPhones, on our cell phones, on our iPads, and they just sit there. And they're fine because you can look at them, but no one else gets to see them. You know, you can do photo albums, but I love printing a picture and putting it in a frame. I can't even tell you how many people come to our house. Literally, people say this to me. Wow, you have photos out in frames. Now, those are people that are in our sort of friend circle at our age, and they're like, oh yeah, we should really do that because it tells a story of who you are. Your home should be a reflection of you and your memories. Thank you very much and enjoy the homes today. I'm totally in the Christmas spirit now. This setting is so darn idyllic. I can't even believe it. That was really fun. I'm so honored to have been here. So thank you so much to the sponsors of this incredible event, the Collingwood Holiday House Tour. You should definitely check it out next year. We're on our way now to go check out some of the houses and get inspired. Leave me a comment. Let me know, what do you do to get ready for the holidays? And pour yourself an eggnog. Okay, I'll see you soon. So we like to go out. Chris, I'm pretty sure that was you. Don't touch the soundboard. Thank you, thank you.